Your First Alert forecast with meteorologist Corey Thompson.
A couple of things to highlight here on your First Alert. The potential for a shower or two as we go through the day today. It's going to be more toward the late evening. We're talking about the 6 p.m. to midnight time range as a weak disturbance passes through. Otherwise, some patchy fog has been with us this morning. Has been dense at times. We've seen that on our CityCam network, and we'll see it here on our Cedar Rapids CityCam. Of course, a high vantage point here from this point of view, so it may not be quite as dense closer to the ground, but certainly that possibility as you head out and about within the next hour or two. Now, temperatures starting off in the 40s and 50s. Those visibility readings sometimes as low as a quarter mile in Cedar Rapids and Waterloo, but other areas much clearer. So be ready for changing conditions as you go out on your commute. Temperatures in your First Alert forecast today will range from 68 degrees in Dubuque, 69 in Fayette, 71 in Washington, perhaps even as warm as 74 in Oskaloosa. Pretty pleasant day, but there's that slim chance of a shower late. Pinpoint Futurecast gets rid of the cloud cover and fog we have this morning. See some of that patchy fog still lingering by 8, but by 9 or 10, I think we're really going to be pretty clear, and most areas will be clearing out just before that as we have sunshine shining down and warming up the ground. Now, as we go through the afternoon, some of that warmth will contribute to the possibility of a shower or two. After about 3 or 4 o'clock, we could start to see some enter our northern zones, spreading to the south from there, but primarily limited to the north during the daytime hours, maybe the early night hours later this evening, south of Highway 20. Then we see things clear out completely. We're going to see a mostly clear sky overnight with a northwesterly breeze persisting during the day on Saturday. That's going to keep our temperatures pretty steady. 72 degrees tomorrow, very similar to today, with some clouds redeveloping during the afternoon. Some showers and storms could redevelop by later on Sunday after temperatures get into the upper 70s to low 80s. Pinpoint Futurecast by Saturday evening still has the northwest wind with us, but by Saturday night into early Sunday, it shifts to a southerly wind. And those southerly winds will contribute to that warm up along with the sun that we see during the day. So you see already by noon on Sunday, no sign of precipitation. So early Mother's Day plans look pretty good. It's later in the day where we could have some of that activity pop up and potentially put a little bit of a damper on those plans. So it's kind of a split on Sunday. I would expect it more toward the latter portion of the day, and it does lead into a somewhat more active stretch of weather as we head toward the start of next week. Occasional chances for showers and storms starting Monday, lasting through Thursday, but not every hour of that time period will be wet. It will be sort of a periodic thing as we look during that time frame. Temperatures staying very consistent then too. 50s for lows, 70s for highs. Otherwise, question for today, increased air pollution has the potential to encourage fog development. Is that true or false?
It makes sense. I could see it being true.
Okay.
I could see where air pollution would make it seem more foggy or smoggy.
Okay.
But I'm going to say B, false.
You just love to cover the bases, and that's okay. But the answer is true. So the majority of the way that clouds form is that those water droplets, as I accidentally go forward to the next graphic.
Also interesting.
Yes, also interesting, but we don't have time for that right now. Those water droplets have to form onto something, and so that they're called condensation nuclei, which is a fancy word for little particles. And so it can be dust, it can be soot, it can be different chemical compounds that are formed from various processes in the atmosphere. And those water droplets stick to that. So yes, pollution can contribute a little bit. Doesn't mean that big cities are automatically foggier, but given other conditions, it can help.
Interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks, Corey.
Mm-hmm.